This is TWiT.
So this is, according to Microsoft, the biggest launch yet of an Xbox platform.
And what's the metric they provided to prove that that was true? I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't, nothing. There's no hard data disclosed at all.
Just the biggest ever.
So what Brad has said is, Brad wrote that when the Xbox One launched, they actually provided sales numbers right at the front of it and then stopped doing it because it got bad. So in 2013, I think it was, they said that they sold 1 million Xbox One consoles in the first 24 hours. And Microsoft has said that this has sold better than that. So
more than 1 million.
They sold more than 1 million. I think the way to look at this is they sold every one that they made.
Yeah,
for sure.
They could have sold more, I'm sure.
Could have sold more.
Because they couldn't, they just ran out.
I think the big news here, though, is the attach rate with Xbox Game Pass, which is kind of interesting. So according to the one, I guess this is sort of hard data, and although we don't know the number of new consoles, but 70% of those 1 million
wow.
Plus are attached to new and existing Xbox Game Pass members. So
that doesn't say they all took the $35 deal, but
it doesn't say that, but yeah,
still 70%. I mean, I'm sure Microsoft considers Game Pass its cash cow for this.
Yep. No, that's how they're going to make money on this generation.
So
for
that's
sure.
really good news.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So
70%.
Yeah, that's neat.
You know what I want to know, though? Another question for Chris Cap later. How did they so misestimate the supply for these consoles?
Well, Sony did it too.
So
Right.
There's a bunch of theories here.
Yeah.
You know, we talked a lot about Apple earlier, but to bring Apple into the story again, Apple does a really good job with this kind of thing. If you go to apple.com, you're like, I want to buy an iPhone, and go through the process, and they will say, you will get this iPhone on December 12th, and you will get this iPhone on December 12th. They know exactly when it's coming. They're really good at that. If you go to xbox.com and you say you want to buy an Xbox, they say, nope. That's the end of this. That's it. You can't get it in a queue. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way
I'm
to
just
know.
curious. I'm curious why.
I think it
they're
is
pretty
a
good at
combination-
forecasting.
What's that?
They're pretty good at Microsoft at forecasting. And when they have a supply chain issue, they usually announce it in their earnings. And I didn't hear them say that on their latest earnings.
Right. So, no, they didn't. They did come out. I think it was like the day after, a couple of days after they had this biggest launch ever, where I think the CFO Xbox said that anyone hoping to get one of these things during the next couple of months and into 2021 is probably going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And so the question there is, okay, well, why, right? Was what you're asking. So I think component shortage is a problem, and that's something they would have known about ahead of time. So that's slightly dishonest. 2020 is obviously a challenging year. Okay.
Yeah.
Demand is tough. I don't remember where I read this. Digital Foundry or one of the game sites was basically saying, look, Sony and Microsoft are both selling these consoles at a loss this first year. And when you're selling something at a loss that you're selling millions of units of, you get into kind of a weird situation where you're trying to balance component costs are coming down. It would be better if we sold these consoles next year when these things were cheaper to us, to Microsoft. But we also don't want to disappoint customers and create a weird situation where everyone just gives up on us and walk away. So I don't know where the truth is exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that if Microsoft could sell these same consoles 6 months from now, 12 months from now, it would be better for the company because they stand a chance of either losing less money or actually making money. Whereas if they sell them today, they're just losing money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I bet, like Leo mentioned, the Xbox All Access. I don't know that makes money for them exactly, but if you think about pushing this purchase out over 2 years and you get 2 years of Game Pass, I bet that's at least a break even for them right now, especially on the S. That's probably better for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just find it confusing. I can't just get in the queue.
I know. Right.
I should
right.
say
and just get some word from them like, hey, we know you're trying to buy an Xbox. Would you like help with that from Clippy?
I mean,
something.